I want to use what we have witnessed from the Cincinnati Bengals over the past 2 weeks to prime our week for success on this segment of Motivational Monday. What's going on, champions? It's your coach, MJ, back at you with another episode of Sats and Success. It's time for us to learn and grow, so let's go. Whew, where do I begin? Guys, bear with me because it may seem like I'm all over the place, but I'm going somewhere with this video, with this episode. I'm going to tie in what we've witnessed from the Cincinnati Bengals to what you may be experiencing in your own organization, on your own job, okay? Got my Bengals hat on intentionally because I'm rocking with them through thick and thin, right? I've seen worse, but I don't know if I've ever seen a defense out of the Cincinnati Bengals, out of any team in football that's been this bad. Oh my goodness, is that defense horrible. Can't rush the passer, can't stop the run, can't tackle, undisciplined, you name it. Everything bad about a defense, that defense displays it. But here's the deal. Let me rewind. Let me set this scenario up. I don't know if Zach Taylor is the guy. The Bengals coming into the season had a personnel issue on defense, and now they have a cultural issue. I guarantee you that culture right now is not in a good place. It's not. It is not. Football is the ultimate team sport, and you need 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, all doing their job. And there's some people down there not doing their job. They're getting paid millions of dollars, and they're not doing their job. And you got guys on the offensive side of the ball who's putting up 38 points, 42 points in the NFL, and still can't win a home game. Oh, yeah, the culture down there is bad. It's bad. I'm telling you, if it wasn't already, it's bad now. Joey B and them unicorn receivers, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they masked a big issue that the Bengals had several years ago. Heck, even at that time when we went to the Super Bowl, the defense was good, but the offensive line wasn't very good at all. Wasn't good at all. But again, they were able to mask the issue. And you know what? The offensive line is still bad. The offensive line is still bad. Years later, after we went to the Super Bowl, we've never addressed that issue. We've tried to address that issue, but that just lends me to believe that we're not really good at evaluating interior linemen. We're not. We can evaluate receivers, even good quarterbacks. We're really good at that. But when it comes to the interior line, where you win at in football, we are not good at all. Can't draft good offensive and defensive linemen, can't develop them, of course, and we can't even pick them. We actually picked out one good interior lineman in free agency. We brought in DJ Reader a few years ago. Bear with me. I promise you I'm going somewhere with this. We brought in DJ Reader, and DJ Reader was the glue to that defense. He was able to stop the run. You can't stop the run in the NFL. Everything works. DJ Reader, who's now with the Lions, came in. He was a run stopper. They're able to stop the run, put teams in more passing downs where you had Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson coming off the edge, causing disruption. It was several years ago at the beginning of the season, DJ Reader got hurt. It was early into the season. DJ Reader got hurt, and it exposed our defense. At that time, we couldn't stop the run. All right. Now, we tried to address it the year after by bringing in Sheldon Rankins because DJ Reader then left to go to the Detroit Lions. We didn't want to pay him. We brought in Sheldon Rankins, and he didn't even play a down. I think he got hurt in preseason. But we could not stop the run. And this is where you saw this slide, this horrendous slide within our defense. And here's where Zach Taylor and his staff, this is where they annoy me because they watch tape like kids eat candy. They had to have seen this week in and week out. We got an issue with stopping the run. We got to do something by any means necessary, either through the draft or through free agency, to plug up this hole. They drafted Chris Jenkins from Michigan. Did that work? No. All right. So again, it leads me to believe that we're not very inept at evaluating interior lineman talent. At any rate, so we've had this issue for a while. Okay, coming into the season, our defense there was a personnel issue there. Last season, there was an issue defensively with the personnel, cost Lou Anarumo his job. Now he's in Indianapolis with the 7-2 Colts, and he's got a defense that's playing really good right now. Lou Anarumo was took the fall for something that the Bengals as an organization failed to address. But he went in now. He happy now, so he's probably happy to get out of there. At any rate, let me summarize what I'm ranting and raving about. The problem with the Bengals organization right now, and I'm not in that locker room. I don't even know any of the players today. I used to know a lot of the players back in the day. I don't know any of them now. There's a culture problem. I'm telling you right now, the offense is livid at the defense. And it may come out in the media. They may keep it in the locker room, but I'm telling you right now, you can't put up 38 points, 42 points in the NFL at home and still lose. Them guys are in there pointing their fingers. And see, back in college when I played, the offensive guys hung out with the offensive guys, and the defensive guys would hang out with the defensive guys. I guarantee you them offensive guys are cursing the defensive guy. They may be saying the right things in the media, but I'm telling you, when they're amongst each other, man, it's going to come out in practice. It's going to come out in practice how frustrated they are at the defense. And here's my point. You've got some guys on the offensive side of the ball. Heck, you got some guys on the defensive side of the ball that have been true professionals. They've come in, they've done their job at a high level. They come in early, they stay late, they get extra conditioning, extra weightlifting, watch extra film. They're doing all the things to make sure they're prepared to go out and win on Sunday to no avail. And some of those individuals are going to be discouraged right now. And they're not going to come in early. They're not going to stay late. They're not going to put in the extra time that they've been putting in thus far this season because they've allowed people on the defensive side of the ball who have little to no standards or don't even operate to the standards set forth to lower their standards. The whole thing I want you to get out of today's video, the whole thing I want you to use to prime your week for success is that you never lower your standards for somebody who will not raise theirs. Never lower your standards, let me say it again, for somebody who is unwilling to raise theirs. You have people on the defensive side down there at Paul Brown Stadium who will not raise their standard. People who need to come in early, people who need to stay late, people who need to watch more film, people who need to have more conditioning, work on their tackling more. They won't raise their standard. You can't have a team that bad. You can't have a defensive unit that bad, and you got people that have these high standards. Now, you got some people, man, that these guys know aren't putting in the work. And so how does that apply to you? Well, you guys that are watching this video, you work for an organization and you see people around you. You work with people who come in, they just punch the clock and come in to get a paycheck. They don't do extra. They complain, they bitch, they moan. They're just not very good teammates. They're not very good individuals. And sometimes it frustrates you to the fact where you're like, why should I have to work harder? So-and-so doesn't. And hey, we getting paid the same. No, do not let that mentality overcome you. You stay true to who you are. You keep your level of how you operate, or how you perform, how you do things. You keep it at a high level and you continue to execute. Never lower your standard for somebody who will not raise theirs. Because the moment you do is the moment where an opportunity for you just might be around the corner and you just decide to do just as much as the next person because you're not getting the recognition or it seems like you've been grinding and the opportunities haven't been coming your way. You stay true to who you are, ma'am. You stay true to who you are, sir. Okay? You guys will see this play out within the Bengals organization. There's going to be a lot of chatter and things going. Watch, it is because that organization is bad, and some of you guys work for bad organizations. Some of you guys work for horrible organizations where you have horrible leadership. And like I said, I don't know if Zach Taylor is the guy. I don't know the guy, but I can tell you right now, I don't know if he's the leader that team needs. That team got masked by Joe Burrow and, again, those unicorn receivers. But good organizations have good leaders who provide and build good culture. I know because I'm a culture builder. All right. And you have people that believe. Good leaders provide good culture, provides a belief system, a standard. All right. So no matter where you are or who you are, just understand that if you're not in a good organization, if you're not in a good system, you make sure that you set a high standard for yourself as a matter of personal pride, as a matter of operating out of a spirit of excellence. And as they say, you do you. You do you. Okay. And that's all I could tell you guys. It is very frustrating at times when you are working your tail off and you look to your left and you look to your right and you see these individuals over here just clowning around and just putting in the bare minimum. But trust and believe, you reap what you sow. Okay, you reap what you sow. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next month. Heck, it could be a year, but you will reap what you sow. So if you sow good seeds of excellence, you will eventually reap good seeds of excellence. If you sow seeds of non-excellence, all right, just get going in to get by to get a check, it'll manifest in their lives. You may not see it, but in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it will manifest in their lives. Okay, so you keep your head up, you keep working, keep being the best you that you can possibly be. And one day your situation, I promise you, one day your situation will turn around. All right. In the meantime, you guys be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday. Peace.